What's up, guys? So we're going to be talking today about a couple of things we can do in preparing ourselves to finishing out the semester strong. And one of the biggest things that's hard for all of us is to remember when we have things due. And so a lot of times, I use this personally, is I set reminders in my phone or on my iPad to let me know like when something is happening and when I need to do something. So you can see I've already built in two things that I'm going to remind myself about. I've got a test in math on the 26th. And I set a reminder for tonight at 8 that I've got homework in genetics. And the way that I'm going to do this to create any reminder is I'm just going to tap right there next to the empty line. And I'm going to say I've got a project due. And the project is going to be due on, let's say, next Friday. So I'm going to set a reminder for Thursday, let's say at 4 p.m. So as soon as I get out of school, I'm just reminding myself when that's happening. And I can set a repeat. Like, let's say I had something going on, in a couple weeks. Well, I want to set something for every day to remind myself if I wanted to. And you can add some notes, right, for maybe this class. So maybe this is for APUSH. And so I press done. And so then it tells me I've got a project due, this reminder, and it's for APUSH. So that's about it for reminders. So another thing that's useful, I know that your teachers have Schoology set up, and a lot of your teachers have different assignments that are posted in Schoology so you can look at their calendar. But sometimes we have things going on in our lives that aren't school related, or just something maybe that your teacher didn't post in Schoology that you need to keep track of. And so Apple has a calendar here, so it should be on like your first page right at the top. And if I want to add an event, then I come up here and I could say, maybe I have a test in math today. And it's going to be at, 8:15 a.m. and it ends at 9:45. So I'm adding that event. And you notice that it adds with like a little blue dot, and it's blue because it's telling me that's my blue calendar. So I want to maybe make a calendar that's for school and then maybe for like other things. So this calendar, I'm going to change it to school, right, and keep it blue. But then I could come in here and I can add another calendar. So maybe this is personal. So I press done here, and then let's say that I come to add an event, and I've got, let's see, show choir practice, right? That's going to happen today, and it's going to happen, after school, so at 4. And so I come down here and I say, okay, I'm going to set this to my personal calendar. So that's why it's going to show up in the orange for this one. So this is a good way to keep track of everything. And you can isolate on a specific day by pressing on like the day at the top and seeing what's going on. Or you can look at it weekly or monthly. I guess you could look at it yearly. That's a lot. So, this is a good way to keep things organized. So what I really want to show you, though, is there's an app that you guys have in self-service called My Homework Planner. And it looks like this pencil at the bottom. So in self-service, My Homework. So when I press on this, it's going to ask you for an account. And I would just do your acsk12.org email account. And you're going to come in here and you can press the plus on classes and add the classes that you're currently in for the semester. So you can see I'm taking Algebra 2 with Trig, APUSH, Genetics, and PE. And I could add class times if I wanted to, but that's not super important. And so I'm coming in here to the right side, and I'm going to talk about some homework I have. So I already built in a genetics homework. And so I'm going to go to the plus at the top, and I'm going to say that I've got a quiz in APUSH. Okay, and so I can select my class, APUSH, and that quiz is actually going to be on the 28th. And so I press save. And so that's going to pop up as like a homework for me. And so what I can do is I can view all of my homework, or I can view it by class. So right now I've just got one homework in APUSH and one thing in genetics. But some of your classes may have given you your test dates for the whole year, right? And so you could put in all those dates. And then as you complete an assignment, you just swipe to the right and it gives you this check. And it says, okay, you did that, like it's green. And I don't really know what this reward thing is, but I guess that's fancy. Yay, I got a reward. But I don't have to show my completed work. Sometimes it just feels good that I can show that I've crossed off and accomplished something today. So, but I could show like, what do I still have to work on? So then I can go over to my calendar, and any homework that I've added is actually populated in this calendar. So you see on the 28th, there's these 2 dots at the bottom. So that's my genetics homework and then the quiz that I just took. And so as I'm working in here and building out my homework on my home page, it's adding it to my calendar, which is really convenient. And then you can press on this homework tab and you can see like what you've completed, what's late, and what's upcoming. And so that's a good way to just keep things organized so you're not super stressed going into Christmas break. So I hope you all finish the semester strong and use some of these tools to help you stay organized.